Hi, welcome to You Should Know This. This is your Friday meme dump. I think this is number five, six, seven, or eight, or nine. I don't know. It's six. Yeah, it's six, seven. There, you're welcome. So yeah, you can just take this however you want to take it. Um, so sometimes China censors stuff, like what happened in Tiananmen Square, where college students wanted to vote. Wanted They didn't want free elections. They just wanted a communist to vote for that they pushed off the ticket. It was that simple. They wanted, yeah, the communists and the Communist Party pushed communists off the ticket, and the communist college students wanted to vote for that communist, so the communists murdered them. And Xi Jinping, the Pooh Bear of China, is censoring that information from the poor Chinese people. Uh, Most of them know it anyway. The revolution there is going to be bloody. It's going to be ugly. Yeah. Oh man, it's going to be ugly. So, um, if you don't know what happened during COVID, you might be a consumer guzzler of mainstream media. There were very credible reports of animals being murdered because they had locked down the city. What is it? The 10-minute city they call it, where you can get anywhere within 10 minutes and you'll live happy and free. Yeah, yeah. If you're falling for that, you're you're dumber than a fence post. I don't want to know a, a restaurant recommendation from you. Yes, they murdered quite a few pets in China. That's not a racist joke. You can look it up. Try yeah, Google might show it to you. Yeah, if you're in China, Google might not show it to you, but check the other search engines if Google is censoring your search results. They're available. Google will tell you how to get to DuckDuckGo or whoever. So inflation went hog wild during the Biden administration. This is the point where Biden was elected. It has stabilized since Trump took over and fixed it. It began to fix stuff that Biden screwed up. And that was Joe Senior, the autopen president. Um, you might have posted on Facebook or something that he was mentally competent. Tell me what day you posted that Joe Biden was mentally competent. Unironically, I would love to hear that date. It's pretty easy to find if you know how to use Facebook. If you're on the web browser version of Facebook, you can find it pretty easily. Um, you might know that Hunter Biden's laptop was actually confirmed to be Hunter Biden's actual laptop, and he did some horrible things, but you're not allowed to talk about those. And you need to justify that if you still voted for Biden. Because if you believed that it was fake, you're an idiot. And I don't want your restaurant recommendation. I don't trust you. So the oh, the International Olympic Committee just said we don't want women or men to beat up women anymore. That's rude. Um, the I heard the WNBA women are saying that's wrong, but none of them are trying out for the NBA for some reason. So I don't know what the 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 one that took drugs to Russia and got arrested. She should try out for the NBA. She's tall enough. Um, yeah, Biden ruined a lot of stuff, and the rhinos in Congress really helped him with that. Don't forget how much the rhinos in Congress, the ones that are saying, "Oh, Trump needs to do this or that or be a better president," they sat down and let Biden do what he wanted, or Biden's auto pen controller do what they wanted. They, um, yeah, Disney tax as they were living tax free for a long time. And he said, "Hey, wait a minute! If you're going to get involved in politics, we're just going to tax you." And people lost their nuts. So if it made you angry that they wanted to tax Disney, but the young lady there, free tickets in the $5,000 dress, made you happy, I don't want your restaurant order. I've heard that some state municipalities don't require a concealed carry permit for an animal to carry a concealed weapon. So if you see a funny looking vest on a dog, you might want to stay away from that owner just to be polite. Um, yeah, that was that was a pile of stupidity that a lot of people still should go to jail for violating the Constitution on quite a few of those grounds. And I'm glad that the ugly people are still wearing masks because the world is a much more beautiful place with all the ugly people wearing masks. Um, there sometimes you see people do something stupid on the freeway. Just assume they're going to do something else stupid. It's a fact of life. Saw one this morning. They got stupid, and then 30 seconds later they got stupid again in a different way of stupid. So if you stupid in front of me, I'm not going to ask for what restaurant to go to. You're going to tell me something stupid. So the libs of it, TikTok lady got outed and for just showing videos of liberals from TikTok. They liberals posted videos on social media. Libs of TikTok reposted them, and people lost their minds and wanted her doxxed. That's how stupid these people are. So if they tell you that that's a good gas station or that's a good restaurant, go somewhere else because they're idiots. And sometimes they come up with the dumbest excuses you've ever seen for why people do things. And of course, as a Democrat, she has to revert it back to sex because that's all Democrats have for some reason. I don't know why. Going back to JFK, no, FDR. FDR's the day that FDR passed away is a very interesting story. So if you're thinking about being on the fence, should I be a Republican? Should I be a Democrat? Should I vote for Democrats? Look back at the circumstances of the demise of Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And the Democrats have not changed their proclivities, let's say. Yeah, Twitter got bought by Musk, and he took all the bots. That there are thousands and millions actually of Chinese bots, and but liberals still have they get Blue Sky now too. Um, there's all of these wonderful places that liberals can go to find their news, quote unquote. So yeah, they didn't really get slowed down by Twitter. Of course, most of those are suffering horribly because they're worthless. Yeah, I remember the Hunter Biden laptop being labeled misinformation and getting tagged on that. My page got tagged quite a few times during the COVID um, scam, unconstitutional crime pile that the Republican Party allowed to happen. Yes, this is another one from the 2022 when Joe Biden's handlers were letting the country go to crap, and the Republican Party was letting them do it. Um, yeah, that's something to revisit. I don't know what inflation is this month. If you want to throw a fit about inflation this month, go ahead. You can put it down there in the comments. I don't mind. Yes, conservative voters are being screwed over by the RINO party. If you want to promote your local RINO, you can. I'll point out where he ignored constitutional crimes and did stupid stuff and let the Democrats run roughshod over the Constitution and wipe their butts with it. But that's you. Go ahead and promote your prostitute. I don't mind. I'm going to badmouth him if you do. Uh, Dim Rants, if you want to promote your guy, yeah, that's. I mean, Mama told me not to pick on the fat kid in school, so I feel bad. No, I don't. I'm gonna pick on your guy if you tell me who he is. So let's see: parental rights, lower crime, secure borders, lower taxes, no new wars. Now, you might say, but Iran. I just saw the news that the Iran issue just stopped. The issue that's been going on since 1978 with Jimmy Carter, when the Iran regime took over, and the Iran hostage crisis. You might not have heard of that. Before you badmouth Trump, look up the Iran hostage crisis, then look up pallets of cash. Yeah, the Iran Contra affair. Yeah, if you're just going to jump on here and badmouth Trump, I can just assume you don't know history. Uh, and yeah, tell me your restaurant if you want to do that, so I know who won't give me food poisoning because I'm going to avoid that restaurant. Um, yeah, so the rich and famous people that gave Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey their money, they still haven't been arrested. I'm still mad about that. Um, if any of the FBI agents or the people from Anonymous that say they're ethical hackers or whatever, they don't got the cojones to hack that and leak the Epstein criminal list out. I I don't trust them. If they say they're from the FBI, I have zero trust in them because none of them leaked the Epstein list. None of them have put out warrants for Epstein clients. Um, if you're a lawyer and your client has been evidence has been brought against your client by the FBI, bring up Epstein and how they've kept it under wraps, and bring up Crossfire Hurricane. There's quite a few scandals recently by the FBI where you can just point out how the FBI has been worthless for like the last 15, 20 years. The doctor that was treating gymnasts, yeah, the FBI fumbled that one too. So if you're a lawyer whose client is being railroaded by the FBI, you got a lot of evidence that they're railroading people and they're dirty cops. So yeah. So on that wonderful note, y'all have a good weekend. Like, share, and subscribe, and that would be a 6-7 movie you to do that.